Hey fam, I am back. I'm so grateful to be here. For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know that I had a 2-month long journey battling coronavirus. This intro is going to be a little bit longer than usual. I want to talk to you a little bit about some changes and some ideas I have for the channel, how I'd like to evolve things a little bit, the giveaway and how that's going to change. If you'd like to stick around and hear that, make sure you do. Otherwise, I have timestamps down below if you'd like to jump right to your reading. First of all, I'm just going to grab a little healing stone here. I am so grateful for your love and support during this time. It's been a very challenging couple of months for all of us, and I know that I'm not alone in that. Recovering from coronavirus has really been a game changer, a life changer, how I came into this year. And I know many of you are very much in alignment with this. It's just not the way my life looks or is at this point in time. But there's been a lot of personal growth and evolving through the last couple of months for me, more so than even usual. Is something that I've been very committed to my entire life, changing honestly from the inside out. Career, personal life, everything. And I want that to reflect here. What I'm going to be doing in terms of Instagram, in terms of giveaway, you know that I choose 2 winners each month. I know that I still owe a few of you a few past winners your free reading, and I promise you I'm going to get to that as soon as I get these videos out for you first. But what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to consolidate my Instagram account. So my Urban Soul Guru account, I'm probably going to close that. I'm not going to use that account anymore. I'll keep it open for a little while because I know many of you find me there and follow me there. But I'm consolidating with a primary account. So please switch over before I get rid of the old account. So the new Instagram, because I did change this. It used to be Tony Wrights Official. Now it's Tony Nielsen Official. I'll make sure I have that in the box below so you know how to find me. But please make that switch over. How this is going to impact the giveaway. I am still going to choose 2 winners. One winner will be chosen on YouTube, and this will apply to both winners. I'm going to choose a winner from YouTube and on Instagram if you follow me at Tony Nielsen Official. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment below your video. If you follow me on both platforms, make sure you also let me know that you are a follower on Instagram so that I can find you, so that I can verify that. But I will choose one winner here. Again, subscribe, leave me a comment below your video. Winners are always notified at the very end of the month. So both rounds of video, first of the month videos and 15th and mid-month videos, I go through all comments and I choose winners. Whoever Spirit says needs it the most, I choose it, I reach out to you, and we connect that way. Now, another change that I would like to incorporate into channel is music. You guys know that I'm a professional songwriter. I started out as a recording artist like a really long time ago. I was really young. Transitioned to being a songwriter. I write music for people all over the world. But during this time, I've recommitted to my own music again. I've written an entire album. It's a piece of work that I am incredibly proud of. And I'd like to start incorporating music into the channel. None of this is going to happen until Venus goes direct and we're out of shadow period, because it's not the best time to launch something new. These are just ideas. But I would love to hear how you feel about that. How would you feel about me incorporating some other aspects of my life and passions? And I mean, music to me is another modality of healing. But how do you feel about that? How do you feel about some of these changes? Please let me know in the comments. I do take your comments and your feedback to heart because this is our community, not just my channel and not just my community. But with all of that said, I know this is getting quite long. I just want to say that I love you all. I know we're going through a hard time. Add Venus retrograde on top of all of that. And I know I'm not the only one who's had a difficult couple of months. It looks like we're still going to have a difficult couple of months ahead, but I promise you there's a lot of positivity here. And Spirit has already shown me how some of these positive little bright spots and light at the end of the tunnel, how that's going to come up maybe a little quicker and maybe in areas of our lives where we're not expecting it right now, because we are still, at least in New York City, we're still quarantined here at the end of May, because things are just not going back to normal. But that's also going to open the door to so many other opportunities, so many other blessings if it's something that you're open to. So we're going to take a look at first. Geminis, you know, I'm a Gemini sun. I promised myself that I would be healed for Gemini season. My birthday's in 2 days, the 31st. By the time I release this will probably be first. We did it, Gems. I kicked Corona's ass so I could be back for our season. Your support means the world to me. 143 fam. Thank you again for everything. Now let's jump into your readings. Let's see what is in store for you, Scorpio. This reading is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to take a look at your general overview first, then left. I'll have timestamps down below. Scorpio, general overview. General overview. 20. There's an emphasis on children. They're really strong. Somebody's worried about a child, taking care of a child. Someone's emotional over a child, or emotional because they need to heal their inner child. A lot of child energy coming and goes. You're saying more. Scorpio. I'm doing this a little different. A little bit of a different spread here. Law of attraction is your situation, okay? The situation for you for the entire month revolves around you getting clear on what you want. Challenge is needing to forgive somebody and letting go. Being able to forgive the loss, being able to forgive the ending of a business, of a career, of a journey, a workplace ending, being able to forgive just the craziness of what's been going on around us. Again, I'm channeling inner child, so forgiving possibly a child who acted up, an adult child who acted out of line, possibly being forgiven by a child who isn't speaking to you, Scorpio. You're just like a teachable moment, so maybe a parent speaking to their child about forgiveness in a really evolved way, like a parent speaking to a younger child, asking for forgiveness and being able to sit there and say, listen, I spoke to you the wrong way, or I did the wrong thing. But this is how we evolve. We talk about it. I'm owning up to this. And this is what forgiveness looks like. We do it for ourselves, not for the other person. Like having that kind of a conversation, a very mature conversation with someone who is maybe an old soul, but still a younger child. But I feel like it's about forgiving your inner child. There's definitely inner child emotion, the need for energy healing here. You are not clear on what you want. That comes through really strong. Coming into June, you're not clear about what it is that you want. I think because so much has changed. And I know that that's kind of rare for a Scorpio. You know what you want because you have the depth and you know who you are. But have you been shaken up by all of this? Has stability been taken away from you like so many other people? What do you want now? Not about going back to something because it's tried and true, but like, what do you actually want? Not just what makes you money, like what are you passionate about? What have you put on the back burner? What could you be doing during this time? Or what have you been doing during this time that sort of reconnects you to a soul purpose that have maybe been in the shadows for a while? I feel like some of you need to forgive possibly a parent or your own decision at some point in life in your journey, putting a passion on the back burner and taking a different route. I know a lot of creative people do that, so don't be afraid for your creativity to come out shining brighter than ever and working on projects, working on yourself, your emotional healing, journaling, creating something. Oh, wow, this is more law of attraction. These are outcome cards for you for the month of June. Told you energy work, but this is also a mother cradling her child, so you be doing energy healing for a child, for your inner child. This is what Spirit wants to get you to. A lot of what is falling apart, a lot of what isn't working, or a lot of what you can't go back to is actually for your highest good, okay? Bottom of the deck, new partner here. There's a new business partner, a new opportunity, perhaps new love. So some of you are struggling with the loss of a relationship. You need to forgive somebody in love. You need to forgive yourself for something not working out in the past. If you feel like you're the reason a relationship ended, but it is time to move forward. There's a new partner. It is fated. That may not make sense to you coming into, especially if you're still quarantined or there's still massive limitations where you live. But there's something about this that connects you to the new partner. I'm feeling more than new love. I'm feeling a new partner in business or a new opportunity, a new idea. There's something fated around work for you. But you have to get clear. And I can't stress this enough. Somebody, whether it's you or your child, somebody possibly acting like a child, even if they're an adult, they need energy work. Like somebody isn't Somebody isn't themselves right now because of attachment energies or something, or they've been sick and it made them vulnerable to negative energies. Cleanse your house, cleanse your phones, but this goes deeper. This spirit saying it's your child. You don't have children, it's your inner child. So don't dismiss that message. If you want to move forward with this energy this month, there's deeper healing that needs to be done. Now, as Scorpios, you probably already know how to do this. Reach out if you need help, but get clear. If you feel like you can't get clear on what the next steps are for your life, what it is that you're passionate about, it's because you need to clear energy first, and then everything's going to make more sense. There are pieces that will fall into place, okay? But I am feeling some grief over the loss of a partner, and I know that that's going to pertain to love for you. So let's take a look. Scorpio in love. Scorpio in love. Scorpio in love. Spirit's saying, I know what this means, but this is a funny message. Somebody wants your water and they can't handle it. The water is the emotion. The water is the Scorpio, is the water sign. It's the depth. Somebody wants it. Someone's been begging for it. Somebody's been pushing you to open up. And then when you do, it's like it's too intense for them or something. Like they're not strong enough. And you're like, see, this is why I didn't want to go there. I don't see you being really put off. You're like, all right, well, if you can handle it, it's cool. Stop bugging me about this. But I feel like somebody maybe isn't strong enough for you, Scorpio. So keep that in mind. Somebody may also not be strong in the picture because they're sick. Somebody need your emotional support, and then you do emotionally support them, and then they're overwhelmed by receiving that help because they may not be accustomed to receiving help. And you can teach them how to receive love. You can sort of help them heal something karmic by being supportive to a partner. Not that it's your responsibility to take that on, but if that's something you choose to do, it might not be that they can't handle you altogether. It just might be someone like, oh, wait a minute, you know how to love me and you're going to give back? I've never had this experience. It could be a partner who's used to giving all the time, like you, Scorpio, and now you actually be a very well-matched couple, or I'm seeing like a healthier balance with give and receive. Scorpio, for some of you, the Scorpio passion's nothing to play with. Somebody wants that passion in Scorpio, you freak them out. Love it. Don't you love when that happens? I do have Scorpio on my chart. I have a lot of water in my chart, despite being a Gemini sun. Don't you love that experience when all of a sudden you show that depth and that people are like, you're magical. You're like, yes. I thought you knew that though. I can see somebody getting a little too clingy, okay? But this is your situation. It's passion and it's good. Expressing your love is a challenge. Somebody is, this could be you too, Scorpio. You may not be used to receiving the kind of love that you give or the kind of passion that you give. Don't block this month. This is actually really beautiful energy. You may not be used to the kind of depth that you are able to tap into for yourself. Like you're used to bringing other people to the depth of what Scorpio can handle, and your wisdom and your knowledge and the magic and the, what if someone does that for you? You might be blown away. But I see somebody in the picture being blown away and then maybe being like a little too clingy. Give them a break if they're a little too clingy. I'm really not getting codependence. Unless you do already feel like you are in a codependent relationship. See somebody calling you a little too much and you be like, outcome, unrequited love. Is this the kind of partner that I want? I show them this depth and now they can't get enough of me. But like, go easy on this person. It's Venus retrograde. Everybody is not acting themselves. I feel like if you quit on somebody right now, you're going to regret it and you're going to miss something that could potentially be very positive for you. Trust in the process. Trust that when Venus goes direct, things are going to be a little easier. You can communicate to somebody if they're being a little too much. But I almost see like Scorpio just like sitting in it. Like, I knew this was going to happen. Some separations, well, naturally, Venus retrograde breaks up lots of relationships. If there are cracks in the foundation, and do expect that if someone abruptly leaves, you're being protected. I see you walking away from a situation. There could be somebody passionately expressing love to you, and you may not want to go back to them because it was your decision and you knew that there was something toxic. You have fallen out of love with somebody, and that is not something that's going to be easy for a partner to handle, because like, how can they survive with all that Scorpio water and depth and what you do for them? But if it's an unbalanced relationship, or if the expression of love is one-sided, it's not fair for you to stay in that situation, to you or your partner. But I do see somebody separating and regretting it. That's why I'm saying, like, don't quit. Don't shut somebody out. It's not time to really make that decision. I know Venus is going to push you there, and if you can't handle it, if it's something that was already on your mind, that's maybe a different story. But if you came into Venus retrograde and you were feeling solid and in love and the passion, understand that Venus is just rocking the boat. Where are the cracks in the foundation? Where are the flaws? Where are the issues? Where are the karmic cycles and patterns? You can heal it instead of separate. You know how to do this. You know how to do this, Scorpio. So you're not somebody who needs to quit on somebody too quick. I see somebody falling in love in a workspace, or because you're no longer in a physical workspace. Maybe you and your company, everybody's working from home because of quarantine and limitations. Be careful entertaining love just because you don't have to see each other right now. Could be okay. I'm not saying like hard no to this. Trust your intuition, but I see somebody being like a little impulsive, and that's going to be very awkward when everybody has to go back to work if that doesn't work out. So please take your time, especially in terms of new love showing up. It does seem like there's new love that may show up. The problem is that by the time Venus goes direct, you might not be feeling it, okay? So this unrequited love, this may not show up in the month of, you may not have that clarity, but there'll certainly be signs, okay? If you're paying attention, there will be signs that maybe there's a mismatch. Feel somebody younger than you. This just feels like somebody really young, who maybe isn't being super mature about a situation. I keep getting like this energy of clinginess, and it's harmless, but I don't know. I'm seeing some of you just being like, you're not grown enough for me. So if that happens to be somebody you're entertaining in a workspace, it's going to be very uncomfortable when you have to see each other again. Maybe more uncomfortable for them than you, but just keep that in mind. But another big message, and I've said it, I just hear it saying it again. Don't quit on anybody too soon. So you regret that. You regret that by the time Venus goes direct. So nothing impulsive. Not that I'm getting impulsive from you, but someone sort of like pushes you over the edge, or be careful. Don't quit on anybody too soon. I'm seeing dark night of the soul here. Somebody could be going through a dark night of the soul as well, because love was one-sided. I am seeing that at this time. Please trust that if you're going through that there is somebody that will show up. There is somebody new, but that you have to go through the pain and the grief before Spirit's going to gift you with a new partner, at least a healthy partner, if that's what you want. If you want the rebound, there'll be plenty for you, Scorpio, but trust in this process. Sometimes we have to go through the pain before universe can allow us to come full circle with that healing. I was just talking to Arius about this. You can grieve and heal at the same time. If any sign understands that it's you, it is the death and the rebirth, right? It is what Scorpio embodies. And allow yourself to go through the grief if you're feeling dark night of the soul energy. Just don't get lost there. Okay, feel what you need to feel. Some people, honestly, right now with Venus retrograde, you're gonna have to go through the grief before you can get to a healthy, happy space again. But you will get there. But this very well could be your partner. Okay, this could be someone you separated from. If that's the case, you are probably feeling that energy. They could be calling you up and trying to get back together. You may entertain that, but not until Venus goes direct. If you're Scorpio's partner, don't go too hard on that, even if you're tempted, because you push them away permanently if they feel pressured at this time. Be kind. I don't want to say bite your tongue, but that typical like straightforward Scorpio, like say something and hurt you with it. Someone can't handle it. Don't be the reason you push somebody over the edge to like a dark night of the soul. And I know that wouldn't be your intention, but there's a possibility of Scorpio really hurting somebody right now, especially with regards to a separation. Understand that there is grief here, okay? Please also allow yourself to feel it if you're going through that. Scorpio, it's how you're going to heal. But Spirit says, end with this. Trust the process. Trust that you are healing through that process. Trust that anybody who's of the highest good to stay in your life will. Anybody who's of the highest good to come back will. But right now, you have some healing to do, okay? If you're going through a tough time. This is an interesting energy, this passion and this person who can't handle all the water. You also might not be able to handle someone being too emotional. That could be the not being able to handle the water. You may have wanted someone to open up and have more depth and be more emotional, and now they're being too emotional, and you're like, oh boy, okay, I'm going to take a step back from this. Don't ask somebody to open up and then back away from them. That could potentially be why someone winds up going through the dark night of the soul. Okay, so just be like a little extra cautious, Scorpio. And again, I know that it wouldn't be intentional, but I see the possibility of Scorpio really hurting somebody that they don't want to hurt right now. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Scorpio. As I've mentioned now to a few of the signs, I wasn't sure if I would be open to healing and private readings, but I'm committed to emergency readings and emergency healing sessions throughout the month. That may change and that may shift by mid-month. By mid-month, I may offer general availability, but just because today's literally the first day post-coronavirus that I've been able to get back to any sort of work, I just want to give myself a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things. But I am here. I know people are going through a hard time right now, and I will make myself available, but for emergency readings and sessions only. Okay, Scorpio, I love you. See you back here soon. I'll see you back here mid-month. Take care, Scorpio. Be careful. Other people's hearts and emotions this month. Ciao.